Okay, Ramon has 110. So we got a low of 110 to a Robert at 217. And I get 175.
You said 177.
So I'm right in the middle there.
Alrighty, guys, we just published our numbers for the morning. So most importantly, you probably want to look at the news.
We don't
really have any news coming out per
that's my
se, if you
number.
will.
That's not the
We
institutional
do have
number.
a support and resistance number, our institutional support and resistance.
So we're going to use that.
31,325,
I will give it to you. Yeah, that's a good
Zero,
one, Randall.
077. My eyes are tricking me this
So we'll
morning.
start off with
Normally we do have a
175.
volatility
At
number.
least, guys,
we are
if you're in a
going
trade and you're
into
waiting
resistance, strong resistance right now, as you guys
an
can read
ideal
there.
entry point.
So we have a good
give
idea
it some time.
that
Don't go back in and assume
that we're
the
going to
market's going to move
probably
20
see
points
a move,
and you get another shot at it. Like our last short,
a move
only
down
1 for
before
1.
moving back up.
We went
I'll let Coach
short
keep talking.
at 31,526. Well, it's at 530 now. Only up 4 ticks from where we went short before. Are you going to jump back in there? Nah. Wait till it goes a little higher if you're going to short. Now remember, for it to be, well, this is one number, guys. It is an estimate of the future. There's nothing to tell you. It's not a moving average. And even a moving average, what is a moving average? Nothing but there are loads of people who can predict the past. We deal with the future. Futures, get it?
Let's have a great day. Future.
And again, as I'm saying, I'm a little bummed out. In the 80s, when they won 4 in a row, were in my office.
Oh, wow.
And they died. Both of them died a few months ago.
Jeez.
I hey, I wonder what happened. And I couldn't believe it. Claude Gillies and Mike Bossy.
So we have a very rare occasion this morning that we do not have an institutional volatility number, but we think we're pretty close at 177.
And I just found out last night. That was a shock.
So guys out there listening to us, let me mute Coach for a minute. Let me kind of explain what we're doing before the open happens. So everybody out there listening to us, we are, this is the Dow Futures contract, the YM. We're trading Dow Jones Industrial Average for several reasons. One, the NASDAQ, we like to stay with the indexes. They're a little bit more institutionally predictable, if you will. NASDAQ tends to be a little bit too volatile for newer traders or most traders in general. And the ES usually doesn't have enough price action for people to sit and make the kind of money they want to make trading futures and be done realistically by 9:30 to 10. So we kind of the YM, the Dow has the good middle ground between the two. And so to go back to that, you're looking at our charts here. You're looking at a 133 tick chart, meaning every time there's 133 contracts traded, we have a candlestick. Middle chart is 15 range, meaning every time the market moves 15 points, ticks, whatever you want to call it, we get a new candlestick here. And the rest are pretty normal charts. You've got a 2-minute chart on the top left, 15 minute he has a 60 minute in the middle, 15 minute on the bottom right here, and our NYSE tick chart, which will kick off when the New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30. We have made one trade this morning so far, starting around 8:30. We get started around 8:30 every morning. Made one trade. We had a little short back here. Took some profits on it. Now we're just waiting for the market to go back up before selling again. We do look for it to drive down toward the pivot at some point today, and we'll explain that as we get going a little bit more. And I'll turn it back over to Coach because he's getting ready for us to open here in 1 minute. It was a blazing fast recap, right, Ryan?
Pretty good.
got us going this morning. We are Liberty Trading Club, guys. Go to libertytradingclub.com if you want to start a trial. We give you 3 days for free in our trade room, full access to our entire members library. I think when I start to finish the stream this morning, I'll just kind of show the guys out there what our members library looks like. What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, give a quick tour. I also want to remind everybody we got the laptop giveaway. We got another week on that till July 4th. So if you haven't entered that yet, go ahead.
Right.
There's a URL down there on the bottom of the screen for you.
We're going to have a great day today, guys. I can feel it. Remember, no trading for the first 6 minutes.
So, guys,
the trend is up.
We're going to look for a move, 170, 77 points, 170, 180 point move up probably at this point. So look for us to get to probably, let's see, 4.
Here we go.
80.
All right.
6, I don't know, what, 640-ish, 650-ish. And guys, when you hear us call numbers in the room, we're not saying all the numbers in the Dow. It'd be repetitive to say 31,000, blah, blah, every single time. So we just say the last 3 numbers. And we are open for business. Again, if you're newer, no trading for the first 6 minutes. If you're newer to us, no trading for the first 6 minutes. We are looking, again, for a short here.
Order filled.
And I did go short.
Okay, I'm looking to buy a pullback. Looking to buy a pullback toward this 31,510 area.
Technically, we are in an uptrend as per our methodology, guys. We show you that how to get our version of trend in our members library. If you start your trial, we use the pivot, and there we go, making money. Move this stop down. And so we do have a unique way of identifying trend. Ooh, good trade. Are you in this with me, Ryan?
Looking to buy a pullback.
This is counter trend in our methodology. This short right here is counter trend. I just took what we would call a first touch rule trade, confirmed it with a little what could be considered an end top here.
Yeah, I was waiting for the coach's call for the reversal.
Yep, I just took a counter trend short. Again, you shouldn't be trading if you're newer. They're flat. All right, I'm out. That was a good 30 ticks, so I'll be happy with that.
$1.50 on one contract, right?
There you go. Easy math. $5 a point. You get 30 ticks. You're doing pretty good. I had 2 contracts following there, so not a horrible trade. So again, guys, we'll probably look for the 170, maybe a little bit later. If we're not seeing that move happen off the open, probably more toward the 10 o'clock time frame, we're going to see that. So we could probably enter along here on our 16 tick rule. I probably wouldn't this morning. I'm going to wait until the market shakes out too. That just seemed to be an easy little short to take. Everything just kind of lined up there to jump in a little short.
3 minutes. 3 more minutes, guys. You can start going long. Bigger accounts can start scaling in. Smaller accounts, wait another minute or so. All right? And then your target's going to be about 535.
And what are bigger accounts? One of the unique things we do, guys, with Liberty Trading Club,
to be about 535.
We actually coach you on what trades that you should be taking, what trades you shouldn't be taking. That way, when you hear trades being called in the room, you'll know which one actually applies to you. Pretty unique compared to most other places.
And that's, again, for larger accounts and more experienced traders. And what we mean, those who have at least completed our course. So if you can take a few weeks, complete a course, then you learn these setups, market hookups.
Wish I'd stay that short now.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the great thing about what we do. We just don't guess. We're trying to wait for the perfect setup to happen. We have 6 very specific trade setups that we teach. If you go to libertytradingclub.com, sign up for your trial. We give you full access to our member library right away. You can start looking at those 6 trade setups and learning how to apply those 6 trade setups to your trading. So at this point, I think we're probably going to look for that 170-ish number from the high now to start going long. If we break the, let's see, if we break, what is that number? 31. Looks like we're in two-way trading territory right now. That's what it looks like, guys. So now I would probably look for something to go short or long, depending on what your preference is this morning. Honestly, tough morning to trade if we're looking at everything that's happened price action wise. Let me make this a little. So if we break this low, we're probably pretty bearish today. This is a good morning to use that tick chart. Wait and be patient.
Almost 6 minutes.
2 minute stochastic still pointing down.
I think it's going to be my last trade. 2 trades a day. I fibbed there and got back in a little bit here on this short ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just going to tie it to the mid Bollinger and call it a day. How about that? That's the other thing, guys. If you're out there trading and you're doing more than, say, 3 or 4 trades a day,
trend is down,
you're probably over trading. We really try to teach people that not everybody's going to use the same trade setup. That's the point I'm trying to make. We don't know what trade setup is going to really resonate with you until you actually start practicing it, or you practice on your own. And you keep track of your statistics. We get all of our members to we push every member to track their statistics. But most people don't treat this as a business. You should treat it as a business if you want to get paid like a business. Only up about 940 right now so far on these 2 contracts. So
where should we go down to?
I can safely say this is the last trade I'm going to make. Hit my $1,000 profit target.
Where's your target price?
31,325.
About 390.
Where's your target price? Anyone know?
This is what's crazy. People, this is the number that we're looking for. Target.
Yep. 385 to 391.
There we go.
Let's take a long position. Take a long position.
All right. You guys could have entered on the 16 tick rule here long. There, I'm flat now.
Our scale in is from
done for the day.
30 to 380. That's
so if you're following along here, guys, the buy signal here was the 15 tick, 16 tick rule trade. Should have gotten 10 ticks easy. Again, I would just wait a little bit longer. This selling seems to be pretty aggressive right now, and we may already be 170-ish points from the high there. Probably are. 568 to 428.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Another 30 ticks lower, another 34 ticks lower. That's when I would start to look to buy. So somewhere in this range. Oh, there we go. Convenient. Coach put it on the screen for us.
Yep.
Take some off.
I have a few sitting down there.
You guys, if you're out there, stay long, guys. Comment. If you comment or respond on YouTube, we will see your message. We can
Take
reply
some
to you,
off
help
on
answer
this
those questions for you.
trade. Next target is 479. 479 is hit.
Perfect.
Trailing your stops.
So again, guys, we didn't just guess at
Yes.
this. We put our numbers in earlier. We knew what our resistance, support, and
Rally,
resistance level was.
dirty dog.
So we
Everybody
were
long?
just looking for the right
Be
time to
long
jump
or
in.
be wrong.
And again, as we just got started, we said the institutions would probably push it down before going back up. We were in resistance when we
Take one
opened.
off.
And it's magic that we knew that was coming,
A
right?
Monday runner. Now you got a W that just completed.
All right, guys, give me 1 second. Be right back.
All right. So if you're watching live, libertytradingclub.com, you can hop in the members area and into the actual room with the coach and the other members.
535 is your final target.
I traded big today, Brian. Took off my big boy pants.
Oh, you got in the mini?
I will review the trade right now.
Full,
Buy it
we got
at
full ones
430.
going.
We're going to buy between 430, as you can see right there, and 380.
I would be venture to say that
30,
we are
380.
going into
With your final target, 535.
Down to the pivot.
we were going to be trend is going to probably be down for us soon. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't hit the pivot here pretty soon. Again, we did say there was a lot of
I guess the
institutional
quick
resistance that the
answer,
market ran
Antonio, is
into.
what's the trend? What is the trend right now? Up or down? Yep. So when it's up, you want to buy pullbacks. How many point pullbacks? 175. 175 points, right?
So, guys, we're basically going to wait for low stochastics here.
Get another shot at it, Antonio.
And for our 15 range and 133 tick chart to confirm that we want to enter long again. Would not buy this right just yet.
The 2 minutes need more time.
They tell people to stop private messaging me
During the stream. Yeah, you can log
Yeah.
in. You probably want to just log in as another user.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All righty. Here's where I may say, get ready to press the buy button. We may be, if this little support level holds up, we might could go long here on a W.
What would that be? About 54 or so?
Yep. Yeah. So close to the 89, though, you might be able to get 20, 25 ticks max.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for price to confirm.
Order filled.
Okay. There we go.
Order filled. I got 10.
I don't know how to do that.
How to turn that off?
Yeah.
I could tell I had to Google it one day. I was getting so annoyed by her.
I love the cha-ching noise there.
Yeah.
So guaranteed profit there now.
Stop.
And I'm flat. So there we go. We both got 10 ticks easy out of it. Now, one of the things is a lot of people mistake what we do for scalping. We're not really scalping, guys. We're the mentality we have is take trades that have very little risk. If you look at this chart, one of our trade setups is this: take a W trade, our 16 tick rule on a W. So this little W that formed here on 133, we took a 16 tick rule trade, which you'll see when you log into our members area. That 16 tick rule trade is pretty well explained in a video in our members library. And so had I not gone flat there, I would still have still be in the trade. I just got a little I got a little wiry because I've hit my profit target for the day, and I'm probably not going to make another trade unless it's a perfect setup like this. I had a W with a very well confirmed 16 tick rule trade.
Shot to buy it again.
And so we didn't have to take a lot of risks. Look, the risk was literally right here at this little support area. So that's not a lot of risk to enter a trade. And
John, remember,
who knows? That it could run up 100 points from there. So we're kind of using a scalping mentality to get into trades, but we're looking for longer runners, 100 points. At the end of the day, really all you need is 100-point trade in a day. And I don't know what coach is doing. 100-point runner in a day, and you add number of contracts. You get 100 points in a day on one contract. That's $500. Two contracts, 1,000. You guys can do the math.
We said buy it at 430, right, or below. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll teach you how to manage your stops as well. So you're using less risk. You're trailing your stops, so you can stay in trades a little longer
when you have a profit, and then trail your stop.
That's another big thing we teach. We teach you to take profits on one contract first so that you can guarantee yourself profits, move your stop up close to break even, and then let the rest run. See what happens after that. If you get stopped out, fine. You can always re-enter a trade. If you don't, then you've guaranteed yourself profits.
So you can't lose on the trade.
Bingo. So you can't lose on the trade if you're using that type of methodology.
Down here, and we sold at 490. So that was a big runner. This one is smaller so far. Trend is still up, though.
Barely, just barely. So our trend, we have the 5-period moving average on the 15-minute chart down below 20. So that's down.
Points. What is the volatility today, by the way, guys?
177.
Everybody should be flat on that trailer. What is the volatility?
60-minute, 20-period, 5-period moving average is about to be down. Plus, we used a pivot. All
right. So
we're still a bit away from the pivot.
From the high, like where would the market go down to, right? That's always, where did we get 380 as support? Well, if you take this number up here, let me get it exactly. What's the high right now that we're dealing with? 565, right? 31,565. Everybody wants to learn this. If you take 175 from 31,565 minus 175, what do you get? 31,390, right? There you go. That's how we get this buying zone. So I'll put the exact. I mean, remember, trading is never exact. There's 90. That's why we said from 430.
So we still have a ways to go to get to the
385 is your buying zone, which we hit twice. Now we're looking.
We're looking if this breaks to start shorting.
Everybody's green so far, right?
Here's the biggest mistake people make. They see this price action happening, saying, "Oh, I need to start shorting. I need to start shorting."
Exactly.
Realistically,
exactly down 175 points. So now, let it hook up again. You don't have to buy it every few seconds.
Patience is key at this point, guys. Be patient. Wait for the
2-minute stochastic hook up.
Wait for the trade to come to you. 2-minute stochastics hook up. If that doesn't happen, then you wait for a pullback on this 133 and look to go short if we break this 5-period moving average breaks breaks down on the 60-minute. So guys, go to libertytradingclub.com, sign up for your 3-day trial. We actually give you our methodology. We show you how we create trend, our bias. We tell you how we determine momentum, which is vastly different than way most people do momentum. As a matter of fact, in our
minutes more before we go in
our library, we
let the
give
market
you
stabilize.
those 6
Find a
trade
bottom, and
setups.
then it'll come back up again.
If applied appropriately, some of our trade setups produce 80% win rate. So you can take a little bit. Point being is we take a little less risk to make sure that our trade setups are absolutely in. We call it confluence. We want confluence on several different factors, several different charts. Entering those trades.
The first little W.
This would be a little short 16 tick rule long. Sorry, somebody could have done 16 tick rule long here. Again, I'm done trading for the day, so I can call a trade. You want me to call a trade, Ryan?
Yeah, I got that. I got that 16 tick, but yeah, go for it.
Good deal. Yeah, we'll be patient. You can jump in, guys. If you want to jump in now, you're probably going to see this move up just a little bit more. There you go. That should be a good, easy 10 ticks again. Again, we're not trying to scalp. We're trying to get in something that stays in a little longer. I would hope that this would be your runner if you can hold on to this, Ryan.
I'm holding one.
Let the market stabilize.
Might come down again one more time. No.
Maybe.
So far, our 390 support area is holding. I said 385, but
There we go.
a little bit off here.
Keep it. Keep it. If you guys are willing, keep it. Get your stop somewhere around 393. 393 on the stop.
Yep. Your stops are always further away than my impulse.
And they usually are for most people. Again, this is why we coach people through this. One of the things about it is when you start your trial, we'll give you a couple coaching sessions just so you can get your questions answered. So you can kind of, especially if you've traded before, our methodology is a little different than, or for some people, a lot different than what they've done before. But it's all based around high probability trading. We have our trading methodology really came from a hybrid of how the institution's thought process goes into buying and selling in the market, but with how you have to do it as a retail trader. So as an institution, they're not taking compared to a retail person to taking way bigger risk, but for the size of bank account that they have, they're not taking very big risk to get into trades. They're using highly, highly probable scenarios. So we take those highly probable scenarios and move them to an individual to retail trading, and that's where our methodology came from. Our coaches have all been trained by former Goldman Sachs people, so we've got a lot of institutional background here at Liberty Trading Club, and our goal for everyone is to become full-time traders. That's what we're trying to teach. So start your trial, libertytradingclub.com, 3 days for free. And guys, it's just $99 to be a member after that. So if you like what we do in 3 days, it's just $99, and we'll continue coaching you and helping you out, making sure that you're understanding those trade setups.
Yeah, it takes a little time, but it's a great way to take on a new career.
Point.
Very affordably. Learn a new skill.
And your
Your next target is going to be 31,444. 31,444 will be your resistance targets as you scale out.
400 even as your stop.
Everybody got it?
I'm still in this one thanks to you, Brian. I moved that stop down to where you said, and it barely stayed in. So
400 even now. Now you can move
Take
it up.
half off when you're plus 12.
406, 408.
And your next target
410.
444.
Leave your stop at 410 for now.
Then we might slow it down because we're making too much money.
417.
Too much money.
417.
It's a great morning so far.
Squeeze it up a little tighter
We're
now.
nailing it. We're nailing it, guys.
420 will work. I like that number. We'll just keep it at 420 for a minute.
That's target number
you
2.
do that.
And watch for a first touch rule here. Guys, for people who like to be rebels, we could probably look to go short, nibble short here around this 450-ish area. So you want your stop
Move your
probably around
stops up.
427, Ryan?
Good
Yeah,
job, John.
I had my take profit at the first touch. It probably wasn't the right thing, but so far it's okay.
No, that's perfect.
So I'm
Don't
out.
put your stop
Perfect.
at 372, guys. No sense having it that far away.
$500 day. I've been playing in the 200 world, Brian, so pretty happy.
All right, everybody. Wow.
Say that again. You've
So
been
far,
playing.
I've been shooting for 200 a day, as you know, but I started trading bigger today this morning.
Why
I
are you angry?
hit 500.
Nice.
Chat
That's
room
perfect.
didn't work.
Are you keeping your streak up?
So now you
Yeah, I had a bad day Friday. I left something open and walked away.
Oh no.
they're mad at the Geek Squad.
Still those old linger and habit, those bad mistakes, you know.
Order filled.
Take their money. 414 is my
That's
trailing
okay.
stop, guys. Right now. 459 will be my next target.
So some people could have shorted the first
Yeah, that
touch
must
rule
be the
here,
sign
but
that
that
we're gonna
again
make
is
money,
kind of
right?
risky this morning. We don't want to be going against the trend, but we're so close to the trend turning over. You could probably get
Paulina
10
actually
ticks out of
said
it.
she took the sound off because she didn't want to hear everybody screaming.
Love hearing that.
It's too noisy.
Screaming. And you heard me
All
just
right,
do the first touch real short here, Ryan. You heard the
417,
little
just
cha-ching on the
moved it up.
cash register.
That's
Oh, that was you, yeah.
That's it,
That was
guys.
me. That was me. I'm being a rebel today, doing the counter
We
trend
got all the way
stuff.
up to the first touch roll.
Yeah, we're taking the opposite trades, but we're both winning.
And now
Well,
we're flat.
I'm following our trade setups. I
Yeah,
mean,
good job,
we're
Bill.
really close to being
That's
down
what
on
we
the
call
trend.
trading.
If the pivot, if I didn't think the pivot was going to come into play today, I wouldn't touch a short. That's my thought. Everybody's willing to have a bias, but if you're going to get into trades, our trade
Time
setups
trading.
are highly probable. So using those trade setups will help you keep yourself in those trades longer, and get into the trades more cleanly. Again, taking very little risk. Look at the risk you took getting in this trade, Ryan. What?
Yeah.
10 ticks, maybe.
Yep.
I took
Well,
Three-
anyone
a
buy it at
3-tick risk?
390 and sell it at
no,
444?
really more
I get-
like a 10
what
tick
is
risk.
390? to
I was stopped out
454?
first and then got right back in, but I felt good about getting stopped out because
How many points?
Yeah. Hey, you get stopped out for a profit, right?
54. Anyone get close to that?
We use one of the things we use, guys, is instead of having
You bought
set in
it at
stone targets on
390.
our charts, we're
Bobby,
using
good
stops, managing our stops behind
Yeah, I don't want
runners
to
to
see any
maximize profit.
plus 10.
Not going to guess what the market's going to do. Just have
We'll
a
put you
stop
back on
methodology,
Chat
or we call
room,
it a power exit.
lockdown. All right, right now flat, and we're just enjoying
Ooh,
the
cool.
weather.
still in that.
I mean, yeah. Are you kidding?
Nice.
Nice little short here. I'm going to do the same thing and probably tie this guy to the mid Bollinger.
Looks lower now, guys. It looks lower.
I think we can do fine with the mid Bollinger on this guy. So I'll put one of my contracts on mid Bollinger
It's
here.
starting to look lower. I don't know. That rally wasn't able to hold. I
Okay.
would have thought that it would have broken through there and
Let's
got
see what happens.
higher, but it looks lower. But I can't really start taking heavy short positions. Why? Why can't I really start?
All right, guys,
Shorting.
here's the time you should be taking
What's
notes.
the only
Listen to
thing
coach.
holding me back
Listen to coach.
from shorting now? The trend is still up. Yeah. These bottom, the market's finding
still
a
support
bottom and
areas
then
holding
bouncing
too.
back up. Yeah. So now remember last week when we had 2 or 3 trades with the trend and then it reversed? Today it's just the opposite, right? Still with the trend. Well, it may turn out to be just like last week. We bought it twice. If you buy it the third time, we might get nailed, right?
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
So we've had 2 long trades in an uptrend, but those long trades haven't been so great. On the other hand, you can't take a short because the trend's up. So how about just sitting on your profits so far and see where this thing goes?
Bingo.
If it can hold around here and start rallying and get above that 60-minute resistance, then it's okay. But if it keeps going down, that 60-minute trend below 325 will turn us into a downtrend. But guess what? It's not a real, the strongest trends are 3 out of 3, which
We'll
means
put one
you
of my
really
stops
can't
here on the
get into
parabolic.
the big reversal day unless we get below 31,178. Another 200 points from here. All right, so
Okay.
you do have to have those numbers in mind. And here's what happens. Our profit sometimes what? Clouds our judgment.
Bingo. And guys out there,
Wow, making
I'm
money.
used
We could
to.
do it, and the next thing you know, you're buying again and the market doesn't rally at all. Now,
I'm gonna grab
what if
coffee. I'm gonna
somebody
grab
went-
coffee. I'm flat on
is there
one.
anyone here, and I know there's got to be one or two because there always is, who didn't buy the lows but waited until we were like up here? Did anyone go long at around 497? Not realizing that's a first touch rule.
Guarantee people
It's
went
like-
long there. Guarantee it.
I don't want to buy at 430 here. I don't want to do this. I'll wait. Oh, now I'll go long, and that's where you get killed. So you got to use those stochastics, guys.
It's amazing how well our first touch rule works, right?
If anything, it's a short up here around 450.
So this is our first touch rule. We have an 89 exponential on the 133 tick chart. When it crosses going down and price moves back to it, we call it our first touch rule. A lot of times on a rate, probably about maybe 5 or 6 times on a daily basis. After that momentum crosses, price action will come right back to the 89 and fall right back away, either long or short. So we use that as what I would call a first touch rule. My short a second ago was just exactly that, first touch rule short. Took it down here, got stopped out right here just now. You guys heard the little thing on my trading platform hit. So happy with that. And that is officially, Ryan, my last trade of the day.
Nice.
If you guys really wanted to, you could probably look at another short here. I would be very skeptical to do much else until we figure out if this trend is really going to fall down. And if you were listening to Coach, you have a number in mind that you're looking for. And that number is what? Ryan knows.
What, the 170 volatility?
Nope. The number he was just talking about looking for on the short side.
I wasn't listening.
There we go, guys. Pay attention, Coach. There's a reason we get paid to do this. We've got numbers in that we're constantly going through. 178 on the downside, 178 is what we're looking for now. So, and we are quite a bit of ways from that. 178 would be that number that if it breaks, you can really start planning to heavily short at that point. And when we say heavily short, you may not change the number of contracts. You may be able to take a little bit more risk to get into the trade. Right now, I'm only going to take shorts that have very little risk in them. Or on the same. We're so close to neutral and trend that I'm going to do the same thing. If I won't take probably won't take another trade, but if I were trading, I'm looking for these confirmations here on this HMA and stochastics, and we'll be looking at the 15 range as well. Probably the tick chart. And if all 4 of those line up, I could go in with a very, very low risk short, maybe risk 10 ticks on that trade. And as you've seen this morning, we can risk 10 ticks and look for what'd you get on that one? What'd you get on that long earlier? How many ticks?
Oh, about 50. Yeah.
50 ticks, guys. And by nobody's definition is that a scalp, I would think, right?
No, it was good.
So we have a lot of people, again, that come in and say, hey, you guys are scalping. I don't want to scalp. We're not scalping. We're scalping into trades with the intention of staying in them longer. Does that make sense? Can I say it like that, Ryan?
Yeah, for sure.
So we're trying to look for very low risk trades that we can stay in a little bit longer.
Now we'll recap.
Again, could have probably taken this long here on 15 range.
I got it.
390 is the buying area.
Hey, you're at your $1,000 today.
Working perfectly.
$300 more bucks, you'll catch up with me. Call it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, right about just at 700 or so.
1370 is where I'm at. Yeah.
Who's long right now? Who is long right now?
Hopefully every single person in the room.
Kurt, Luis. Okay, let's go and cover at 490 right now.
Oh, you know what I just realized?
490 flat.
Why is my chat not keeping up?
I'm done. Done
Silly.
for the morning.
There we go.
That's it. Let's recap. Basic, simple volatility trade, guys.
Guys, take your notepads out. Take notes.
Trades,
ask questions to us
took the
while
high,
if you're out there.
subtracted the volatility. Got our targets for the downside.
While Coach
where
is
the market
recapping,
would
I'm gonna
turn, right?
step away for a
We
second.
always
Brian, you might have muted him out. Unless he muted himself out.
Oh, maybe I muted myself. You can't hear Coach?
Can't hear him anymore. Yeah.
great trading, guys.
There
How
he
about
is.
now?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Good job, Coach.
It's good now.
Send you a private message. Beautiful.
TV guys. All right. So Coach calls. What do we get? 3 for 3 on our side. Coach calls, I think, is 4
We'll
for
do
4
that
this
in
morning.
class, Stephen. It's a little complicated. It's basically we're just measuring prior swings. But I'll do that in class after we do the M trade, because nobody seemed to know what the M trade was.
And that's the beautiful thing about trading. As long as you have a reason and a good trade setup and a reason to enter the trade, don't just enter a trade setup just because you have it. You have to have a reason. And we call it a bias, a thought process, a bias, a reason to enter the trade. And I think his TV guys are here. He's having a huge TV he just bought, installed. Gotta have a freaking construction crew to install the TV he just got. It's ridiculous. The thing is enormous.
What has he got? Like a bigger than 70?
It's I can't remember. It's huge. It's so big. I think you really do need some kind of. I know it's the wall he's putting it on. It's a massive wall, and I'm pretty sure it fills the whole thing. So if it's smaller than 80, I would be surprised.
Yeah,
I'd be really surprised. So back to what I was talking about. We not only do we have a bias, we have we use a volatility number. We use and think of this like a checklist. If you guys go to libertytradingclub.com, start your 3-day trial, you get to go through all our videos, how we build our checklist, why we have reasoning behind each trade that we take, and 6 very specific, highly probable trade setups that we teach people. And then you'll learn what trade setup works for you, what scenario in the market works for you. But the biggest thing that we do is we coach you to be patient and look for that trade setup that's going to help you. So for instance, right now, we could call our trend still up because we're above the pivot, but we're really darn close to that 60-minute breaking down. And this is a point where I would start, which I have already this morning, start nibbling short. And when I say nibble short, again, enter trades after swings. You got to swing up, turn into a little swing point. Wait for those moves to happen. You don't want to try to enter trades with these little tiny moves here. This is where novices get chewed up. They're saying, oh, well, the market's going up now. I want to jump in long. Or, hey, we had a retracement. I can go short again. You get chewed up in these areas as a new person. Most traders get chewed up in those areas. We don't want to be. We knew that we had a good chance of the institutions pushing the market down this morning because of the way we built our bias and teach you guys how to have a plan before entering your trading day. So we knew that was a high likelihood based on what has happened in previous days and the direction the market had moved. And then we just throw a volatility number in that tells us when we can start looking for specific trade setups. This morning, we were looking for 170-point moves down to go long for a short period of time. And now we're probably going to look for some kind of decent push up to the north to look for a short. If I was still trading at this point right now, I would wait for high stochastics, high tick read, and then let the market move up and look for probably something that looks like this. and confirm that on both charts to short. So high probability trading, and as you guys saw it, we could take long trades and be profitable, and short trades on in virtually the same time, 10 minutes apart, and still be profitable as long as you're following a set of rules. I was breaking the rules, but I've been doing this for a while. I did go counter trend a couple times, but here's the other thing too, Ryan. I already had profits before I did counter trend trades. So that's it. That's the other thing we're going to teach you guys is before you go off the reservation and try something, have profits. Have profits. Take only highly probable trades with the trend, with momentum, with stochastics, before trying something else, and get profits in your trading account for the day before you start going off the reservation. We do ask everyone use sim when they first start trading with us. Sim trade, paper trade, whatever you want to call it out there. There's no real reason to. Some people say, well, sim doesn't really teach you how to trade. Well, you can learn the trade setups, and then you can start with something like a micro mini or a micro. And if you can't take, $20, $50, $70 risk on a micro, $20 risk on a micro going into a trade, odds are you shouldn't be trading. Plain and simple. And I don't say that to be mean, but too many people try to jump into trading and say, this is going to be my home run. This is going to be how I'm going to change my retirement. I'm change my life. Okay. Well, how much money are you starting with? $500. Nope. You need to save some more money or figure out a different solution, which is one of the things we do. Go ahead. I know where you're going.
You can training wheels use some of those prop firms as training wheels. But
talk about Apex for a minute. That's fine.
Yeah, something like Apex or something. That's kind of what I've done here in the beginning. Is not really risk too much of my own, but it's kind of a hybrid between trading my own money and using other people's while I figure it out. But like Brian was saying, you got to be in a position to lose a little bit and not care about what you're losing as you learn this. Not too much, but that's why a lot of people paper trade.
Bingo. And actually, we do have a prop firm, Apex, on our website, so you can actually they still force you to paper trade before you get access to their money as well. So there's a reason people do it. You've got to learn the trade setups, prove to yourself that you can be profitable on paper trading. Prove to yourself, not that you can be profitable, really. I said that the wrong way. Prove to yourself that you can enter proper trade setups, like a 16 tick rule long here. Prove to yourself that you can get into trades with proper timing and take little risk. As soon as you can do that, then you can start dipping your toes with cash. And Ryan's a good example of this. You did the same thing. You went off the reservation a little bit, came back to the reservation, started back on sim again, went to micros, and then you had a run where you had almost 20 straight days, winning days.
Yeah.
And
up till last Friday.
Other than Friday, you've had well, let's look at it this way. Out of the past 30 days, you've had trading days, not actual calendar days.
One losing day.
One losing day in 30 days.
Yep.
I haven't had a losing day in 30 days. I haven't had a losing day in almost 2 years now from following this methodology. That's
crazy.
It is crazy, but it's not crazy because we teach people to be very conservative, and that's the problem most people get into. This is where I'd start looking to short, guys. Here you go. Watch this consolidate for a little bit and look for a little breakout. We have a fake out breakout trade that we'll probably be setting up right now. And that is on our website. Again, we'll give you 3 days, libertytradingclub.com. You can also enter to win that laptop. If you start your trial, we give you more additional chances to win, correct?
Yeah.
Start your trial, you get additional chances to win a trading laptop. It's like a $1,200, $1,300 machine. I know it's pretty nice. A Lenovo something, Legion.
Yeah, it's the gaming machine a lot of kids like to use. Got a really good graphics card, but it can handle multiple tasks and all the software you run into with trading. Really easy. It's what I use, Brian. So
fantastic. So after your 3 days or during your 3 days, you get access to the members library, like I said before, where we show you and teach you our trade setups, our trading methodology, how to create a daily plan. Once you've And then we'll give you some coaching sessions during your trial. And if you like what you see, it's just $99 to be a member of the group. I think let's do this while they're going. Let's just run through the website real quick. Take a quick dip at the website.
Cool. I hope it works. While you're showing it live.
Let's see which one I have. There we go. Hope it works. I hope it works too.
Yeah, we've been growing so fast. I had to resize the server this weekend, make it a little bigger and a little bit faster.
I don't even know what that means.
Wow.
I just know how to trade. That's it.
It was dragging a little. It was getting a little slow. Still looks a little bit slow. But you're doing a lot on your machine right now between streaming, so it's going to be a little bit slow.
Streaming, trading.
Yeah.
Room running.
Coach Brian?
Oop. Somebody's calling me.
Talking to the coach.
Make sure Coach Brian's here.
Give me 1 second.
He might be in a class right now.
Brian's been summoned, everybody. So things, it's kind of the ebb and flow. You know, you get a lot of excitement off the open, and they say a lot of times the cycle's like 27 minutes or so, and then you'll get like these periods of consolidation where things are nice and quiet, and then it'll pop again. So it's kind of once you get into the routine, it's kind of a fun morning.
Good rallies that we've had off of the support have been lower rallies than the previous one. So you've got 3 tops that are lower highs.
There you go.
You take out one more.
So guys,
here,
we'll give you access to the
60-minute
course. We
downtrend.
have a course every day, Monday through Thursday at noon. Trade room. We call trades from about we say at 8:30, but usually about 8 a.m.
Part of trading is
4.
to understand the scenario.
We
that
have
you're
a
in.
ready set trade session that starts at 7 a.m. Eastern. Then we have some basics of tradings. This is how we
Not
things
only
to check
caution
before
if
entering a
they-
trade,
there you go, right.
aka creating our bias for the day. So this is how we create our bias for the near term.
And to just speculate
So that's our
doesn't make
methodology.
sense.
More or less, we're creating a checklist here so that you can check everything off so that you're increasing your probability of winning trades. Here's the trade setups. We teach you 6 pretty straightforward, highly profitable trade setups. We actually have access
Now, if we were
how
below
to
the
start
daily
the
pivot,
trading
I'd have
platform.
no
We use
problem,
Ninja
but
Trader
we're
in this
way
group.
above
You
it,
can use
you know
whatever
what I
trading
mean?
platform you
So it's
want.
acting almost like
And
an uptrend that's just a little too
then here's the prop
extended
firm
to the-
Apex
in other words,
Trader. I
Friday
think they
was
get a
too
50.
much.
You get a 50% discount
So
when
it's
you
trying to
when you
correct
do that with
Friday.
Apex.
If you look here,
And then
this is a
we
better
have some
shot.
stuff on managing your trades. We don't put any of the more advanced stuff in here because that's what people always want to jump to. They
So
want to jump to the
dipped
advanced
into
stuff.
a little bit.
But if you can make money
You
with the
know,
basic stuff, why
it's
not stick
nowhere
with
near
that?
breaking
Stay
the lows
basic,
like-
make money with
like
the
this.
basic
Look at
stuff,
this, guys.
and go
Yeah,
from there. So
narrow
if you
range
sign up for your
and
3-day trial,
down there.
you can
That's a
win a
downtrend.
laptop. You'll have access
This
to our
is up.
entire member library.
yet
Some snippets about
It's
our
coming into big
education.
resistance here
You,
around
again, you get
700,
access to
800
class for
So-
your trial period. And then if you want to become a member, it's
It's
just
about-
$99 after that. So that's libertytradingclub.com.
And we're
And it's all about the
Small
trade
green
calling,
today.
managing trades, being consistent, making money on a daily basis, guys. If you're out there and you're a trader and you're not taking profits daily, are you gonna have losing trades? Absolutely. But you should take profits on a daily basis. You shouldn't have losing trading days. And I know that sounds crazy to come out of somebody's mouth. At the end of the day, we want to train people to have positive, profitable days on a daily basis. So I'm gonna pull the stream now, guys. If you have any questions, type in chat, comment, like, subscribe. If you hit the little alert thing and the little thing that looks like a bell on YouTube, it'll tell you it'll tell you when we start streaming each morning, so that you guys can chime in and listen to us. We between head coach and I this morning, we had just from the open, we had about 5
389.
trades that took anywhere from 30 to 80 tick profit on them, and all 5 profitable trades. So we plan to do that on a daily basis. Yeah, we do have losing trade calls, but we try to get out of those losers pretty quick and be in highly probable trades. Thanks. Go to libertytradingclub.com, sign up for your trial, enter the win laptop. We'll be happy to have you in the group.